Let's head to Rivers State, Port Harcourt. Let's just say Rivers State now, where Charles Opurum, our correspondent, is standing by to bring us the latest update from there. Charles?
Yeah, hi, Jeff. I'm standing by. Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Charles, we can hear you. We can see you clearly. So where are you at the moment? Are you still in Gokana or Kana? You've left that area?
Okay. Right now, I am back to Port Harcourt, the capital city. I am in front of the INEC Rivers State headquarters along Aba Road here. If you look behind me, you will see a crowd of people, and you may be wondering what is happening here. Why is there a crowd of people here? Well, what I understand is that these are the guys that are going to be serving as collation officers. They are waiting for their posting. Some of them have received the appointment letters, but they do not know where they are going to be posted to. And it's quite interesting because some of them are going to be posted to places as far away as Bonny, where you have to cross water to go. And one wonders why, they struggle to get them posted. You see how you can see them, they are following the INEC official to get a posting. But that is by the way. Earlier today, I was in Ogoniland, I was at Kana local government, I was in Gokana local government, and of course, I was also at Eleme local government, to mention but a few of the local governments I visited. And everywhere I visited, really, everything was going smoothly, except for a little disturbance in Bori. Bori is the headquarters of Kana local government. When I got to Bori, I discovered there was some kind of protest, some kind of disagreement, and I spoke to a few of the people who were protesting there, and I discovered some people were complaining that they had issues with the electoral materials. They complained about the beavers. They said they were alleging at the time that there may have been issues with the beavers. I tried to talk to the electoral officer there. He refused to speak to me on camera, but he told me that there was nothing wrong with the beavers, and it was a misunderstanding from some of the party agents during their inspection, when he allowed them to inspect the electoral materials. And indeed, some other party agents from some other parties said the same thing. They said, no, it was just a mere misunderstanding. But eventually, they deployed materials in Bori, and voting started at the time I left there to return to Bera, where I had been earlier. And at Bera, I saw one of the governorship candidates, Senator Magnus Abbey, votes, and he left, and it was a smooth process right there. I haven't witnessed anything untoward so far during my tour of the states, especially in Ogoniland, in Rivers Southeast Senatorial District, where I've been all through since morning.
All right, Charles, I know that from Gokana or Kana, where you're coming from, you should have passed through maybe Tai and Eleme, and then passed through Obiakbo, some part of Obiakbo, Rumola, artillery area, down to Port Harcourt. So you have a fair understanding of like 4 local governments just because you transited all the way from Gokana down to Port Harcourt. So what did you see on your way from this local government, Tai, Eleme, Obiakbo, and now to Port Harcourt local government?
Yes, you are absolutely correct. If you are heading towards Ogoni area, which is in Rivers Southeast Senatorial District, you will definitely have to pass through Eleme local government area, Tai local government area, Gokana local government area, and Kana local government areas. Of course, I took off from Obiakbo local government area, where the headquarters of INEC is. In some places, the very first place I stopped at was a place called Nteo village in Eleme. At the time when I got there, which was at about 8:30, 8:35 a.m., no electoral materials had arrived at that moment. I think I filed that report in at the time, and I spent like 10-15 minutes there interacting with some of the community, members of the community, and they were patient. They said yes, they know that it's not an easy process deploying, but they were very, very optimistic that the materials would come because they were in touch with their colleagues at the RAC centers. And then of course, I got to, like I said before, I got to Kana, I got to Gokana, and on my way back, I stopped at Alisa in Eleme local government area, where I saw voting happen. But one thing that struck me is the level of voter apathy. The level of voter apathy it's significant I mean, it's quite significant because I saw a lot of people playing football on the roads. The roads are empty. So you would along Akpajo area of Port Harcourt, you would see people, they will mount tires in the center of the road, young boys, playing football. And there was a place where I stopped to observe what was happening. I saw an elderly woman talking to them and asking them to go and vote. And they were just very despondent. They were saying their votes wouldn't count, and so there was no need for them to go out and vote, and they are here to play football, So I witnessed this a couple of times at about 3 different places in the city. But in the villages, the situation was a bit different. Yes, there was voter apathy, but I did not really see people, playing football while voting was happening. So that is the situation here in Rivers State, the places where I covered, Rivers Southeast.
All right, Charles, our eyes on Rivers State, as you know, of course, like every part of the country, but we'll get back to you.